Did you get a whiteboard or a whiteboard calendar but found that you weren't utilizing it as much as you thought you would? Or maybe you were using it but you stopped because you were getting ink on your walls or the frame of your board? Or maybe the ink wasn't coming off of your board as cleanly as you would have liked? Let me show you how to set up a whiteboard so that you can maximize the best ways to plan your time, your visions, your goals. And on top of that, let me show you how to set it up so that you can keep it clean finally. And easily be able to move your tasks around so that you don't have to worry about making a mess every time you want to make a change. If you need help organizing or just love organizing videos, be sure to subscribe now. If you saw my 2 previous videos on how to organize a small office and a shared office, I shared a glimpse of a wipe-off calendar and a planning whiteboard. The trick to both setting up your whiteboard and to keeping it clean is to use sticky notes. Sticky notes or post-its easily stick and unstick to whiteboards, so you can actually use them over and over again for any repeating tasks you have. Here, they are being used for weekly tasks, a monthly business calendar, and visions and goals. You can use a label maker or customize labels for any static events that you always do on certain days. First, let me show you how to set up a monthly calendar so that you can easily move the months and days around as the months change. What you will need is a monthly whiteboard calendar. I've had this for years. You can purchase a pre-made calendar or make one yourself with some whiteboard tape. You will also need cardstock, a label maker or pre-made letter and number labels, or you can print on your cardstock or write on it if you prefer. I'm using label maker tape because it is durable, or you can add some packing tape to protect the cardstock if you would like. Lastly, you will need these Velcro dots, which you can find at Michael's. I used a 50% coupon and these turned out to be $1.88. To create your month and number labels, I suggest making them a font size that will fit the height of the Velcro dot. Here I created the labels on my label maker. If you would like to see a video on how I changed the settings to maximize the length of the label tape and leave little waste, let me know in the comments below. I cut the cardstock into squares that were the width of the label tape or the numbers. For the months, you can go ahead and stick the whole label tape down in one strip on the cardstock and cut the months apart. The Velcro dots have a clear grippy side and a soft white side. You will want to stick the clear grippy side to the whiteboard and the soft white side to the cardstock. On the whiteboard, I applied 2 for the month and 35 for the days. You only need to add 1 dot to the back of the month labels if they are not too big. You will want to let the dots cure on your whiteboard and cardstock for 15 minutes before using the calendar in order to give the dots the opportunity to adhere properly to the surfaces. Then, with just a little bit of work and very little money, you will be able to move these months and days around super easily and with no mess. Now let's get to the best way to use these boards to maximize planning. First, let's look at the monthly calendar, and I will show you shortly after how to set up your daily and weekly planning along with your visions and goals. Here I use this monthly calendar specifically for video planning and writing. I write every day as I'm working on my budgeting book, but some days I designate specifically to focus even more time on writing. So if you use your monthly calendar for your kids' soccer games and other events, you can see at a glance if you will be able to make it to so-and-so's birthday party or if you will come late after a game. You can also see if you will be able to book a doctor's appointment on a certain day while you're on the phone. But it is so nice to have this set up so that when you're doing a billion things like cooking and helping the kids with their homework and trying to clean up, and you realize you really need to take care of something important, you can glance at the calendar and see exactly where you can fit it in. A little bit of time to set this up can save you a lot of time in staying on top of planning. For any tasks you do consistently on certain days, you can label a strip down that day of the week and then open the area up to either note specifics about the task or add in other tasks or goals that day. I'm a very digital person, so I always pull out my calendar on my phone whenever I learn of something my daughter wants me to bring her to, or as soon as I receive an invite, I put it on my calendar. My next video will show you how to organize your phone in order to maximize how to get things done and limit distractions. For your visions, goals, daily, and weekly tasks, I have this whiteboard here. This half of the board notes things to do, or TTD, and this half notes items that are accomplished or done. Your visions will be things that you hope and pray for, that you can't necessarily work toward by physically doing something. I took some very personal visions down from the video, but may share them in a future video. Let me know if you would like me to make a video on vision and goal setting, because there are ways to set them up so that you can be successful at actually accomplishing them. Your goals will be things that you can work toward, even if little by little on huge goals. There is such a sense of satisfaction when moving that post-it from the TTD section to done. If you want to make your board more visual, you can actually stick post-its on a piece of paper and print images on them. For your weekly tasks, you can have a section for items you do weekly but throughout the month. And then you can have a section for things you consistently do daily, and another section for things you do throughout the week. I hope this was helpful. Let me know your personal tips on how you keep up with your goals and visions and tasks, and what you prefer to do in regards to planning, whether it be something physical you look at or digital. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Happy organizing!